With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated. And these people will have to pay tax in our country. They won't have to pay tax from where they came. The money that they've made, you wouldn't want to do that, but they have to pay tax, create jobs. They'll also be taking people out of colleges and paying for them so that we can keep them in our country instead of having them being forced out. Number one, at the top school, as an example, being forced out and not being allowed to stay and create tremendous numbers of jobs and great success for a company out there.
These are vetted people. These are going to be great global citizens who are going to bring entrepreneurial spirit, capacity, and growth to America. If one of them comes in, think of the jobs they're going to bring with them, the businesses they're going to bring with them, and they're going to pay American taxes as well. So this is huge money for America.
And how many people are waiting in this line currently?
So there are 250,000 people waiting in line now. If they're willing to pay the $5 million, that's over $1 trillion. That comes directly to $1.25 trillion just for that line. And I think these people are going to come enormous ways because they know they can come into America and they can be in the greatest country on earth.
Well, the Trump administration is planning a major reform to the EB-5 immigrant investor visa. It's a program that basically fast-tracked wealthier individuals who wanted to come to the United States and have legal status to be in the United States. Now, according to Trump, this gold card program that would replace the EB-5 immigrant investor visa program, which was created in 1990, by the way, would basically have a higher monetary threshold associated with it in order for an individual to qualify for the program. So just a little more information about EB-5, which will be replaced with the gold card. So EB-5 was primarily used by residents in Hong Kong and China who had business in the United States or wanted to have their children study in the United States. Its purpose was to basically stimulate the US economy through job creation and capital investment by foreign investors. Now, Trump wants to replace that with something that, again, has a much higher monetary threshold. But prior to that, the EB-5 would make the necessary, someone applying for it would have to make the necessary investment in a commercial enterprise in the US or plan to create or prepare 10 permanent full-time jobs for qualified US workers. And under the EB-5 visa, residency is granted if at least $1.05 million is invested in new businesses that create jobs in the US. So the idea, again, is to stimulate the economy. Now, Commerce Secretary.
Yeah, that was the original idea. I hear you. This new gold card is theoretically to take care of the deficit. That's why I want to explain to you guys the real trick they're going to do in a sec.
Okay, so let's just do that now. Go ahead.
Okay, so he says, well, look, I've got $5 million, we're gonna get $5 million per this gold card. And if we just had 1 million people buy it, we'd get 5 trillion. He says, we get 10 million people to buy it, we get 50 trillion, we solve the whole debt. We're done with it, okay? And so his idea is get his own side like thinking, oh, that's it, it's all solved. The gold card, that's gonna do it. Now, 10 million people buying at $5 million. Do you know that there's only 9 million people in the world that have more than $5 million? So it's gonna be a little bit hard to get to 10 million because they don't even have it. That number doesn't even exist, let alone all 9 million buying. What doesn't make any sense either. Look, my guess is about 17 people are gonna buy this, and almost all Russian oligarchs, as Anna's about to explain to you. But the idea is, oh, we cut so much and we raised so much. Don't worry about that $4.5 trillion in tax cuts for corporations. Don't worry about it. The gold card. Plus we cut malaria treatment. We're good. No, it's enormous hole in deficit incoming.
So let's go to graphic 2 because Trump did get some questions about Russian oligarchs, and Trump added it is possible Russian oligarchs could qualify for the new gold cards when asked by a journalist if those people would be eligible. Yeah, possibly. Hey, I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people, he said. Sure you do.
There's 5 people on both sides.
Yep, sure you do. Okay.
Trump's $5 million gold card. First of all, I love this idea, okay? And there's a lot of different stories that goes with this. Again, there's been eruption over this. People saying, why would you do this? You're selling America. You're doing this. You're doing that. Trump unveils plan to sell migrants gold card visas for $5 million, okay? And this $5 million comes up with some benefit. Yeah, I like that. By the way, if you look at the math, if 20 use this, it's $100 million bucks. 200 is $1 billion. 2,000 is $10 billion. 20,000 is $100 billion. 200,000 is $1 trillion. Wow.
200,000 people.
How many people from China do you think want to leave that have the $5 million? How many people from other countries do you think have the $5 million?
Tens of thousands from.
There's a lot
maybe.
of people. Rob, can you do me a favor? Just go to ChatGPT, okay? Go to ChatGPT and type in, what are EB5 cards available by other countries? Okay, so watch this. They said this is nothing new, ChatGPT. Other countries offered as well. Canada, $1.2 million investment or loan to the government for over 5 years or a non-refundable contribution. Bingo. So Canada's got 1.2 million. You think US is at least 4 times a better country than Canada? Sure. Yeah. UK, 2 million. In UK, government bonds, shares or loans, residency and path, citizenship, 5 to 6 years, close in 2022 because of security concerns. Makes sense. Australia, $5 million in qualifying Australian investments, 4-year provisional visas and a pathway. Portugal, $280,000 to $500,000. Spain, $500,000. Greece, $250,000 to $500,000. New Zealand, $3 to $10 million. We are cheap compared to New Zealand. Go a little lower. There's a few. Okay, Malta, $750,000. St. Kitts and Nevis, $250,000 or $400,000 in real estate. Dominica, $100,000 to $200,000. Turkey, you want to go to Turkey with Erdogan? $400,000. UAE, $2 million or AED money, which is $545. The point here is, this is the way they started spinning it. Oh my God, he's doing this, he's doing that, all this other stuff that he's doing. Yeah, I think it's actually a low ticket item that they're doing it at. There's a lot of people that want to come to a place like this. And for $5 million, you'll get all the benefit.
You didn't weigh in.
My weigh-in is I love it. I'm excited about it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't know what the number's going to be. I don't know how many people are going to want to pay for it. I can tell you thousands of people in China are trying to get the hell out, is what they're trying to do, okay? Thousands are trying to get the hell out. Now, the challenge with China's problem is when people want to get out, they can't get their money
exactly.
out.
How do you get your money out?
So you may be a billionaire in China, but you're only a billionaire in China. You're not a billionaire anywhere else. Other people have tried to get out of it, and the last time we heard about them was 3 years ago. And you know who I'm talking about.
The invisible Jack Ma.
When's the last time you heard about Jack Ma talking? All he made is a comment on stage about what's going on there, and the guy's the greatest hide-and-go-seek champion in the last 3 years. We can't find the guy where he's at.
Well, even in Miami and South Florida, real quick, if you go to Sunny Isles, where I basically grew up, it's all Russian. It's all Russian. Basically, the Russians took their rubles. They got out of there. If you go to Doral, it's all Venezuelan. If you go to Coral Gables, it's all Cuban. Basically, any rich people is like, I got to get out of this freaking country. Yep. And they've done that. So,
what do you think the number's going to be, though? Or does it even matter? What do you think the number's going to be? You think the number's going to be 200?
I don't even think it matters as long as you're bringing in
how many
people.
Rob, can you run a poll? How many people you think are around the world, 8 billion people, let's say, take the 0.1% that can afford to do something like this. 8 billion, 1%, 10% is what? 800 million, 1% is 80 million, 0.1% is 8 million. If we go to 0.01% is 800,000. Of the 800,000 that can afford it, would a quarter of them be willing to do this? Do they want to leave their country at 200? I don't know. I don't know if they need to do it, because here's the thing. The people that can afford to do this can afford to come here legally.